So next we have Jordan Balagot. And she is the founder of Locomotive, and I'll let her tell you about her product and even demo.
Hi everyone. I'm excited to be here. My name is Jordan. I'm excited to get advice from all these experts. I'm starting a company called Locomotive, and it's a robotic suitcase that follows you. I have a prototype right now. I have been working on the following technology. I don't have that ready to demo, but I do have the remote ready to show you. I can talk about the tech. It uses a Raspberry Pi, and I have an iPhone app, so it uses Bluetooth LE with the iPhone app. I have an estimated target price range of $400 to $500. And there are competitors out there that have Kickstarters, the Piaggio Jita, the Kawa Robot, and the TravelMate Due. And I can talk about my advantages later if they want. Anyway, let's try the demo. And this I hacked a hoverboard, so it can go very fast. It can outrun a human, and it can carry a human if necessary. But that's not the goal of this product.
Can it do a wheelie?
Not quite. So that's it.
So what do you see as your major challenge or barriers?
Well, I'm still just in the beginning process. I'm looking for investors. I'm looking for co-founders. I'm looking for more engineers to refine the product. Patents could be an issue. I don't know what's out there. There are other things doing the same thing, so I have to navigate the minefield of avoiding other patents, and also that's actually a question for you, should I patent, can I patent like a software mechanism, like a specific part of the suitcase, or should I just try and do like a Kickstarter?
But in terms of,
I mean, you can patent. If it hasn't been patented, you can patent it. But the point is, where are you trying to go with the product? Like, what is the actual need that you're trying to solve? And then you can within that need, figure out the patent application that protects you in that part of the market.
Okay.
So just the technology in and of itself, you get a patent for it, but it doesn't really help your business. So think about how you patent something that actually supports your business. And the question I have is, what is the application? Like, what is the use case? Like, what is going through somebody's mind when they see this at a store and say, you know what, I need that, and what's it going to do for them?
So I had the idea when we were on our honeymoon, and I was lugging my suitcase around the world and wanted to have it follow me instead. And so, I mean, it's a consumer market. Ideally, we would sell it in like Target or something. But there have been other successful Kickstarters, folks trying to do the same thing. I think there is interest.
So you made the same mistake Pam made when she designed that notebook kit. She designed it for the editor of the PC magazine, or in your case, you designed it for you. So it would be sold in, let's just say, one of the bigger luggage shops. Again, I'm going to ask the same question. Somebody walks in and they're going to go, oh my God, I'm going to spend probably 4 times the amount of money for a piece of luggage. Why? What's the rationale? What's the reason? Why do I have to have that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is a market for it. There is a market for more expensive electronics, and there's the cool factor. I mean, folks will spend thousands on drones and stuff like that. But yeah, there may be a more niche market for folks that can't move luggage for themselves.
So to expand on that, and I think you said that earlier, but if you could just repeat that, who do you think is your top customer? What's the profile of that person?
Nerds, like robot enthusiasts, folks that want this type of stuff.
So that's a lifestyle target.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just remembering on the plane, like, people putting their luggage in the overhead compartment. You remember, like, everybody's scrambling, and the plane's about to take off, and the people are saying, get your luggage away, and you're lifting, and there's just people struggling trying to get it up there. So weight is one of the things that if somebody sees something really lightweight, they have a mental, visceral image of lightweight, easier to put up there. How much weight does this add, and how do you counter that?
This is extremely heavy right now. That's one of the things I need to tackle. Some of the competitors are more lightweight, but this is very heavy right now.
From a consumer viewpoint, how much weight do you think is tolerable? How much extra weight would somebody tolerate in a piece of luggage?
That's a good question. I guess it depends. My goal was carry-on. The wheels actually make this not carry-on, but that is my goal, is to have something contained and without too much space, like maybe 80% available space to be used.
Yeah, I'm thinking I don't think it will tolerate more than a few extra pounds, and you got to put a battery and a motor and a certain amount of runtime.
So my thought too is there is a style element to luggage, it becomes an accessory. So I wondered about the benefit of this is, hands-free transport. In this case, it's my clothing. Hands-free transport of groceries. So is there a market opportunity for a strap-on something? So it could strap. Remember when we used to strap wheels onto our carry-ons before they were built in? Does anyone remember that? I mean, anyway, they existed. So maybe the idea, so thinking about the benefit that this offers, and does it need to be luggage as opposed to a market for making product, an add-on product that you can add on to anything, your grocery bag, your existing suitcase.
Yeah, something I'm considering.
Something like that.
One of the,
So I'm just going to give you some advice. The advice would be to really do a deep dive into nerds,
Okay.
because that's who you think are going to buy it.
Mhm.
So you're going to want to understand how much travel do nerds do? What's their luggage buying profile?
Mhm.
Where do they spend their discretionary income? And I would suggest you do that before you put another dime into this product.
Okay.
one of the biggest issues that companies with new products or services face is education. So even though we think everything is online, a lot of people are going to find this and see it, they won't. And they'll see it, but they won't know what it is. So what can you do so that as soon as people see it or hear about it, they don't need a very long explanation, because by the time you finish explaining it, they're gone. So education is always a challenge whenever you have something that people are totally unfamiliar with.
I do think word of mouth and a novelty will be helpful here. I have seen other Kickstarters, but a lot of people haven't. And when I was testing it this morning, I had a couple people stop and be like, "Where did you get that? Like, where can I buy one?" So I do think there is some interest out there.
Can the audience ask a question?
I want to ask the audience a question. How many people would buy this product?
Ouch, good to know. Okay.
Sorry, not enough nerds here.
But it's a general theme, I think, for any product or anybody that's starting a company and thinking about product. Is that me? Anyways, thinking about starting a product, the first step is, who's your target audience? And that's a question that came up from the panel. Who's your target audience? Who are you going after? And once you identify exactly who you're going after, you spend time with them and you really observe them. You really identify what their needs are, what they care about. And by identifying what they care about, you start to set the parameters for your product. Like what's the weight limit, what the speed needs to be, how big it should be. So you set all the parameters based on that observation, and then you start prototyping around those parameters and then go test again. So you keep coming back to that same group, not to a different group, but that group you're targeting. So whoever that consumer is, you need to know them almost better than they know themselves. And that's when you get it right. And that's when you know how to market to them, you know how to design for them, you know how to pitch them in a store, pitch them in an investor pitch. You try to raise capital, you want to talk to that investor in a way that you really understand your consumer. You know who they are, you can pick them out in a crowd, and you can almost talk about them better than they know themselves.
So, that was an excellent point, and I think we're going to need to wrap on that. Well, if nothing else, it has certainly whet my appetite for a Sherpa to help me while I travel. I'm going to see the total eclipse next in August, so I'd love to have something like that. And after Richard's talk, I definitely want to know what's in my water. All right. So I want to thank our panel. I want to thank our entrepreneurs. I want to thank our host. We are going to be around afterwards, so you'll be able to grab any of us. I think we can all share this sentiment. We never want to build something that no one wants to buy. And hopefully the insights and questions that you heard our panelists ask will help you as you refine your product idea.